Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a total game changer for the Seahawks. Rumors are swirling around the NFL circles, and they're pointing to a blockbuster trade scenario that could reshape the entire NFC West landscape. We're talking about Penei Sewell, the dominant offensive tackle from the Detroit Lions, potentially heading to Seattle in a move that would send shockwaves through the league. Now, before you get ahead of yourself, yes, this is still in the rumor mill, but the whispers are loud enough, and the implications are enormous. If this deal actually goes down, it could be one of the most significant offseason moves for the Seahawks in recent memory, possibly elevating our line to new heights and making us real contenders come playoff time. Let's first set the stage here. Penei Sewell, out of Oregon, has been nothing short of a revelation since he stepped into the league. He's been an all-pro caliber player, and his impact on the Lions' offensive line has been undeniable. In 2025, Sewell is projected to be an absolute cornerstone, with some remarkable stats backing that up. He's allowed just 3 sacks in 12 games this season. That's incredible for an offensive tackle, especially one who's often tasked with protecting one of the league's most mobile quarterbacks. His PFF grade is sitting at a lofty 91.5, showing how consistently dominant he's been in pass protection and run blocking. His run block win rate is at 82%, and he's been effective at opening lanes with a +1. 1 EPA per run, which is a clear indicator of how much he enhances his team's rushing attack. Sewell has played a total of 858 snaps this season, and his career numbers are just as impressive. Over 78 games, he's maintained low penalty counts, only 12 penalties in 2025, and has a low missed block rate of just 18%. That's elite level for an offensive tackle. His ability to stay healthy is also notable. He suffered a knee injury in Week 5, which caused him to miss 3 games, but in Week 2, he recorded 0 pressures allowed, showcasing his resilience and high-level talent. His career trajectory, combined with his consistency, makes him an ideal anchor for any offensive line. Now that's where it gets interesting. The Detroit Lions, sitting at 9-5 with a cap space of around $18 million, are currently allowing 22 sacks on their quarterback. Not terrible, but definitely an area they want to improve. They're in a bit of a bind financially with their cap stretched, and they're actively looking to balance their roster. Rumors suggest that the Lions are open to trading Sewell, especially if they can land a couple of high draft picks and a young offensive tackle to help rebuild the line or add depth. The idea is that Detroit might prioritize clearing cap space and replenishing their secondary, which has been a weak spot at times. The trade would be a strategic move, a way to get value while addressing their immediate needs. And here's the kicker for Seahawks fans. If Sewell were to come to Seattle, he would instantly upgrade our offensive line. Our current OL has been somewhat inconsistent, especially in protecting Geno Smith, who's been under pressure quite a bit this season. Our pass protection PFF grade is at 72.1, and we've allowed 20 sacks on the QB. That's a number that needs to come down if we want to make a real push in the playoffs. Sewell could be the answer. He's a proven elite protector, capable of elevating the entire unit. His addition could lead to a 25% reduction in sacks allowed, which would be huge for us. Plus, his run-blocking prowess would open up lanes for Kenneth Walker III, who's already been a force in the backfield, pushing for 250 more rushing yards with Sewell paving the way. We all know how critical a strong offensive line is in today's NFL. Look at teams like the 49ers. When Trent Williams is healthy, they're almost unstoppable. Imagine Sewell in Seattle, anchoring our line, giving Geno more time, and creating running lanes that keep the chains moving. His presence would also boost our play-action game and give our offense the consistency it needs to stay on the field longer, wear down defenses, and ultimately put more points on the board. And with our TE situation, Arroyo being out until December 2025, having Sewell to protect Geno could be the difference maker in those crucial late-game drives. But it's not just about offense. Sewell's addition would also be a massive boost in the trenches during the playoffs. We've seen how games can be won or lost in the scrimmage. His history of winning battles in the run game, combined with his pass-blocking elite status, would make our line one of the best in the league. And considering the Seahawks' recent trajectory, this kind of upgrade could be the final piece we need to make a deep playoff run, maybe even push us to the Super Bowl. Remember, the Seahawks have always been built on a strong front, from the days of Walter Jones and Max Unger to the current squad, and Sewell could help us restore that dominance. Looking at the bigger picture, this move would also have ripple effects across the NFC West. The 49ers, who are already formidable with Bosa and a dominant front, could face even more pressure if Sewell bolsters our line. His ability to neutralize pass rushers like Bosa and to establish a more balanced defense could shift the power dynamics. The Rams and Cardinals are also in rebuild mode, but with Sewell protecting our QB and opening lanes, the Seahawks could become even more of a headache for those teams. It's about establishing dominance not just now, but in the long term. From a playoff perspective, this could be the move that pushes us from a good team into a true contender. The odds are already in our favor, with odds shifting from +1, 200 earlier this season to +800 now, reflecting our rising confidence. But adding Sewell into the mix, that could push us even further, making us a serious threat in the postseason. His ability to handle Bosa and the toughest pass rushers in the league during playoff time would be invaluable. Plus, his presence could elevate the entire offensive line, making us more resilient against blitzes and desperate pass rushes in tight games. It's about taking that next step, and Sewell might just be the missing piece that makes us unstoppable. In conclusion, the potential trade of Penei Sewell to the Seahawks is more than just a rumor. It's a game-changing possibility. It would redefine our offensive line, boost our running game, and give Geno Smith the protection he needs to execute our offense at an elite level. It could also be a key factor in our quest for a Super Bowl appearance, elevating us into the upper echelon of NFL teams. For Seahawks fans, this is the kind of move that energizes the entire fan base, bringing hope and excitement for what's to come. We've seen how the right pieces can turn a good team into a dynasty, and Sewell might just be that piece for us. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Sewell could be the missing link to take us all the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the entire Seahawks family. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Let's keep that passion alive and stay loud, because this season we're aiming for the top, and with a move like this, who knows, maybe the Super Bowl isn't just a dream anymore. Go Hawks!